Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dulcimerica. I'm coming to you from Black Mountain, North Carolina. Messing around with a little Black Mountain rag right here in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Man, what an amazing town, and it's great to be here in the spring. Normally I'm not here in the spring. Normally it's the fall, so it's very, very nice to be back in Black Mountain. Hi everybody, my name is Futch. Welcome to Dulcimerica. Hope you enjoyed the flight seeing. Ha, I just made that up. That was kind of cool. Anyway, I'm here at the Blue Ridge Assembly where the Black Mountain Music Festival will take place this October. I won't be specific about the date because you might be watching this 5 years from now, and hopefully it'll still be happening in October right here in Black Mountain, North Carolina. So I figured I'd do a little thing here. Now I've already done a little episode a long time ago, episode 20 something, on Black Mountain Rag, but I figured I'd do this on playing Black Mountain Rag in two different tunings. So I'll go through it nice and slow, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take it into another key. So we're going to start off in the key of D, and I've got DAD tuning here. So here's what we're going to do. I'll walk through it, the A, B, and the C parts for Black Mountain Rag, starting off, and we're going to start off from the 2nd fret. And I'm using my middle finger right now so that I can get with my thumb up here and get these notes at the 5th and the 4th fret. Very, very simple. By keeping my finger down there, I'm able to move back and forth between those notes without there being any gap whatsoever. So that's a helpful thing. Leave fingers down if you're going to be returning to that note. Now we're going to go. We're going to add a little A chord in there. So the A part repeats twice, the B part repeats twice, and now the C part is twice as long. We're going to play it through one time, and it goes like this. G chord. A7 chord. Alright, so I'm kind of just running through that for those of you who know the tune or just learning it. If you'd like to learn the tune straight up, then I will have a little link down below here to the episode where I teach Black Mountain Rag, but now I just want to show you how to play it in two different keys. So first, let me go ahead and burn this thing down, and then we'll go ahead and take it around to the key of A. to the bass string now. Okay, so I just fancied that up a little bit towards the end. That was a spider making his way right for the dulcimer. Nefarious plans. Have no idea what might have happened there. Good thing I averted it. Maybe. Okay, so here's the key. Once again, I've talked about this before, but when you're trying to change into a different key, all you have to do is think about where your fingers are in relationship to the nut, which is up here. And then just remember, so how far away from the nut are you as you're playing that first note? Not really counting the 1.5 fret, but really it's just one note. And then there's the nut. When you do your G chord, your 0, 1, 3 chord, you've got one finger on the middle string right next to the nut and one that's 3 notes up. So you just take a little mental picture for every hand position, every fret position, every finger position in relationship to that nut, and then take the capo, put it at the 4th fret for the key of A, and now this is going to be your new nut. So everything is done in relationship to that. So our 0, 1, 3 chord is now going to be a 0, 5, 7 chord, but it's going to have the same effect. It's going to have the same type of chord you need. It's going to have the same type of melody notes you need. They're all going to be the same distance or interval from each other, only you'll be in a different key. So you don't even have to know what notes and what chords you're playing. Just copy. And if you have a 1.5 fret, this is super cool. You see how this little pattern of 1, 2, 3 half steps is right down here, preceded by a huge whole step and our nut. Well, if our nut's now here, look at the pattern. It's exactly the same. You've got a big whole step and 3 half steps. Things get a little different up here because I've got the 8.5 fret, but nonetheless, it should be pretty easy for you to do the same things you were doing down here that now you're going to be doing up here. And so, our first note's going to be here at the 6.5 fret. And then, again, I have the 8.5 fret, so don't let that confuse you there. And there you have it. You got Black Mountain Rag in the key of A. So again, you don't have to know too much about what all of these different things are, but remember that your 1, 4, and 5 chords down here, your D is 1 chord, your G is a 4 chord, and your A is a 5 chord. They're based off the 1st, 4th, and 5th notes of the scale. Those hand positions are going to be 1, 4, 5 chords. Those fret positions and hand positions will be 1, 4, 5 chords no matter where you go. So your 1 chord is going to be here. So that's A right there. Okay, and then we're going to go and do this. That's D major in the key of A, and that's our 4 chord for the key of A. And then that is an E major. That's going to pass as E major. A true E major would be 5, 6.5, 8. That'd be the whole shebang right there. But like a 101 chord is just giving us enough that we need to be an A. This 505 chord, or actually it's a technically speaking, it's a 5-4-5 chord. That's going to give us what we need to play the 5 chord, or the E in this case. So let's go ahead and I'll play through it again. A little fun with Black Mountain Rag right here in Black Mountain, North Carolina. I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. And I really want to give a big thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon. Boy, these guys aren't giving up. They're trying to build a web around me as I sit here. I want to thank all of my patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much. You make a lot of things possible, including this episode, and a lot of things like upgrading studio equipment, getting new software so we can create a lot of fun stuff for you, and taking care of my old RV sitting right behind the camera over there. You guys make it happen, you guys make it possible, and I'm very, very grateful and thankful to you every single day. If you guys would like to know more about Patreon, go to the link right down here below, www.patreon.com/BingFutch. You can get everything I own, CDs, books, everything I've created, everything in my store for just $5 a month. That's like the price of a venti caramel macchiato at Starbucks. Just $5 a month gets you everything to download, and that money goes towards a lot of cool stuff, including this program. So thanks again very much for your consideration. And I'm heading out now on my way to New York City, where I'm playing a couple of gigs in the Big Apple. Looking forward to sharing some of that with you. But until then, my friends, this is Bing Futch saying, play on, baby, play on.